Let's discuss how to create a quality raising attainment plan. This plan should focus on practical ways to implement targeted support so that off-track pupils make rapid and sustained progress. So, what is a raising attainment plan? This document, also known as a RAP, focuses on identifying off-track pupils using data analysis, diagnosing issues based on gaps and trends in data, establishing measurable outcomes for targeted adjustments to provision, using the systems available, gather the existing assessment data and use tools such as the Overview dashboard on Arbor or Schools BI. On Arbor, go to the Overview dashboard and click on Off Track in the subject you are looking at. This will display a bar that shows the names of the children who are off track and how far away from their target they are. Further below, the bars are separated out into the key demographics. This supports the analysis of the gap between key groups and comparing this to national outcomes and prior outcomes. For Schools BI, you can use the dashboard to look at the breakdown of percentages per demographic and use this to look at combined data and make comparisons to previous terms. To support the process, you will also want to make reference to your team's moderation documents and previous off-track information. This will support you in understanding what the children need, so that you can determine the deployment of adults for interventions, and which adults that will be used. Make a plan for the deployment of adults, and who will be the intervention support. For example, this may be academic, or pastoral. So your attendance and inclusion teams can form a part of your plan. Then, use the diagnosed issues to establish measurable outcomes. These measurable outcomes will include 1. Subject-specific targets, for example, to recognize and blend all Phase 3 phonemes. 2. Progress targets, for example, to move from Red Book Band to Green Book Band in 6 weeks. 3. Engagement targets, for example, to complete home reading daily, signed off by both parent and teacher. Ensure that these are SMART targets. This means they are specific, with clearly defined outcomes, measurable with quantifiable progress indicators, achievable, which means they are challenging but realistic within the time frame, relevant, so that they address key barriers to learning, and time-bound. The targets are reviewed based on how they have been set. This may mean daily, weekly, fortnightly, or at the end of the 6-week period. Good practice would result in continued review of the implemented strategies, to allow for refocusing or adjusting of targets. A quality raising attainment plan requires thorough identification of needs and precise targeting of interventions, rigorous implementation, and continuous monitoring. When executed with fidelity, significant progress can be achieved within a 6-week timeframe, with plans in place to sustain this progress long-term.